The new map for Black Ops 6 Zombies Citadelle Des Morts, it's finally out. In today's video, I want to give you guys the ultimate guide to beating the Easter egg solo. So, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe for more content, and let's get this going because it's gonna be a tough one. Alright guys, so as soon as you spawn in, you basically have to follow the prompts on the screen so we can open Pack-a-Punch. Usually I take the right route over here, just feels a bit faster, and this is what I've been doing in my game so far. And after we get to the courtyard, we basically have to go up where the cannon is, so right over there. When we get to the cannon, after we rotate to this, all we have to do is go in the back through the cannon and open the main entrance. Alright, so after you break open the entrance of the castle, you have to follow the prompts on the screen once again. I usually take the right road once more just because it feels a bit easier. And at the end we get to a container where we have to break the locks. You can see the 3 locks on the container. And after you do that, a doppelgas is gonna come out. You take it down, and after you take it down, there's gonna be a crystal. Watch out for the explosion. And you put the crystals back in the container, and pretty much that's how you acquire Pack-a-Punch. And after you do that, we're pretty much ready to start the Easter egg. Alright, so in order to start the main quest, all we have to do is come back to where Quick Revive is, and literally behind it is like a wooden door. And all we have to do is just interact with the door. Thing is gonna open up and we're gonna see Crafty there, and he's gonna talk to us for a few seconds. Alright, so after the dialogue is done, we can do the Easter egg steps the way we want, which is actually pretty cool. But in order to get the swords, we have to wait until like round 10. So before that, if you're like a bit earlier than that, like I am in the game right now, all you have to do is just get a couple of things so we can do some other stuff while we wait for round 10. If you come to the chamber where the 4 knights are, or whatever you want to call these guys, there's gonna be a door opening around here. And what you want to do is just go around and look on the shelves, and there's gonna be like some bones of a bird or of an animal or something like that, like this one in my game right here. And all you have to do is pick it up. It can either be on this wall right here, sometimes it can be here, sometimes it can be on this table right here. All you have to do is just pick that up. Next up, all you have to do is go back in the room where the knights are and look at the crystal that is up there, basically above Vulture, the new perk, and just shoot it once. After you do that, there's going to be like a beam of light, and all you have to do is shoot from different angles until it like lights up a bit more red, and then goes to a different location. Do the same again, shoot it until like it locks on, and repeat the process until you get to the end of this. And then we go back in this room right here, and then we have to direct this again in a different location, just like that. And then we have to shoot the last one right here, just like that. And the last light is gonna beam it towards this small statue right here, and there's gonna be like an amulet that is gonna spawn in. All you want to do is just pick it up, and when you go back in the night room, after a few seconds, there's gonna be something gold appearing on the floor right here with a lion on it. All you have to do is interact with it and put the amulet in, and basically now there's gonna be like a big soul box, and just kill zombies until you get this done. After you get this done, there's going to be a chest appearing, which is going to be very useful later on during the game. Next thing that we want to do, we got to get another item that will bring us, that will spawn us another chest. Next thing that we want to do, there's going to be another item that will spawn another chest, again very useful later on. And all you want to do is go back to Pack-a-Punch room, and just here there's a quick travel system. There's a cave slide, and be very careful because there's going to be a raven somewhere where we have to shoot towards, which is right there, so we can startle him so he'll fly away. Now we look around, see where the raven is, and all you have to do is shoot him. After you shoot the raven, it's gonna drop a purple item. You want to pick this up, and then we have to go back in the castle. After we go back in the castle, you want to take the left road as you go in. There's going to be an unopened door right here, and all you want to do is go down here where the water is, and again a symbol is going to appear on the floor, and you want to put the item that you just got in. Again, another soul box is going to happen. Kill all the zombies in order to finish this, so we can get another chest just like this. This again, we're going to use it a bit later on. Next thing you want to do is come where the stamina perk is, and inside this room and in the hallway of the room, there's gonna be this kind of pages with like a red symbol. You want to pick those up. There's gonna be 4 of them. Be very careful because they can be like hidden somewhat. They can be on the outside walls, like this one right here. And after you pick all of this up, they're gonna be very useful for another step later on. Alright, just like that, we pick those up and we're gonna use them after we progress the Easter egg a bit later on, but it's nice to do it at the early round so the zombies are not gonna be too aggressive on you. Next thing that you want to do, you want to go to where Deadshot is, and inside here, you go into this small little shack, and inside here there's like a horseshoe on a wall. All you want to do is shoot that, and after you shoot that, you have to go back to the cannon. After you make it back to the cannon, all you want to do is basically hop in the cannon and shoot yourself with it. There's gonna be a lightning that will hit you in midair, and if you did this right, you're gonna look around the map and there's gonna be a smoke in the air like a little storm, and you want to go there. There's gonna be some zombies spawning in, and you want to pick up the horseshoe, the Pegasus horseshoe. You're pretty much done with this step, and you want to take this and bring it back to the spawn. After you bring it back to the spawn, again, some yellow symbols are gonna appear on the screen. You're gonna interact with it, and again, there's gonna be another massive soul box, which is gonna spawn us another chest. After this is done, this is the third chest, and we need to do one more. If you guys didn't figure it out by now, all of these chests are correlated with the swords we're gonna have to upgrade a bit later on. For the next step, what I want you to do is go ahead and buy 3 Molotovs. After you buy the 3 Molotovs, you want to go back to the cannon and look towards the castle, and there's gonna be 3 fireplaces that we have to light up using the Molotovs, or maybe some the thermal grenade, and some people say that the Dragon's Breath works, or even the Napalm fire mode works. So I got the Molotovs. All I'm gonna do, this one's a bit tricky in the middle. You want to light this up just like that. If you did it right, there's gonna be some orbs flying in, some fire orbs. There's gonna be some zombies spawning in. You want to do this, kill all the zombies, and then repeat the process for the next one right here. This one's definitely a lot easier. Go next to it, use the Molotov, throw it. Again, some zombies are gonna spawn out of it. You have to kill them. After you did the second one, you want to come to the right side of the castle. And if you look right there, there's another fireplace. And what you want to do is, again, throw another Molotov. And this is gonna be the last fireplace we have to light up. Again, some zombies are gonna spawn out of it. And you know you'll do this right when a doppelgast is gonna spawn in. So kill all the zombies that spawn in. And there he is. All you have to do is kill this guy, and after you kill it, watch out for the explosion, and then he's gonna drop an Ankh, the Raw's Ankh. And by the way, if you made it to round 10 or up, and you see this zombie right here, the one that has pretty much a helmet on like a bucket, shoot it, because he's gonna drop a stamp. You want to pick up that stamp. After that, you just want to hop down from there into here. Again, some symbols on the floor. We interact with it, we put the Ankh in, and now again another soul box is gonna happen. All you want to do is just kill zombies until you fill the soul box and get the last chest. There we go. This is the 4th and final chest that we have to do. Now we can actually start working on getting the wonder weapons or the swords. As I said, there's gonna be some zombies that have the hat or the helmet, the bucket, whatever you want to call it. These are gonna drop stamps every time you kill them, and you're gonna need a few of those. After you kill one, pick up a stamp. You can only pick one at a time, and you want to go back to the night room, and you can interact with one of the knights and get some of the swords in it. I'm gonna do first the fire sword, which is this one with the dragon on it. You just interact with it, it's gonna give you the sword, and all you have to do is once again go at the entrance of the castle, and right up here up the stairway there's gonna be a dragon. You interact with it, and after that it's gonna start basically a trial, and you have to take some fire and bring it back here. The first fire you have to take is literally when you go outside, right next to the cannon. You see this like thing with fire. You interact with it, you grab the fire, you're gonna be like super fast, but you're gonna take damage, and all you have to do is bring back the fire to this place and interact with it again. Don't worry, you're gonna take damage, but it's no worries because you can kill a zombie and regen your health instantly after you do that. So in case you're like low HP, there's gonna be zombies spawning in, and you're gonna kill them in a one hit, and then you're gonna regen your next location is gonna be back in spawn, pretty much right here exactly as we spawned. And this is the perfect showcase to show you that you will not die. You don't need stamina, you don't need juggernaut, you don't need anything. The zombies will spawn in, and basically you're just gonna melee the zombies and kill them and regen your health. So we pick this up, we start running. When you feel like you're way too low HP, you just melee that guy. Look at that, we're back at full HP. And then we keep running. Another zombie spawned in, we kill it, we're back in full HP. So you don't really need stamina up on any of the perks for this. We go back, we interact with it, and now we need to do this one more time. And the last one that we have to take is gonna be on the left side of the spawn. So we take the left route right here, or you can go back from the castle towards Deadshot, and it's right here. We pick it up and we repeat the process once again. If you feel like you're low HP and you're a bit scared, you can kill a zombie. There's gonna be like quest zombies that will spawn in that have the purple eyes. And all we have to do is bring this back to the dragon, interact with it, and now the dragon is gonna spit some fire on the sword, and this is pretty much the fire sword upgraded. You can pick this up, kill some zombies with this. Is actually very cool, one of my favorites so far. I don't know, it just looks really freaking nice with that dragon handle on it. But what I'm gonna do, it's actually I'm gonna give it back because we have to upgrade all 4 swords. So next step we're gonna do is find another one of those helmet zombies, kill it, and take another stamp. After we get another stamp, I like to do the lion one. So basically you go there with the stamp, you interact with the knight, and you pick up the sword, and you're gonna see spawn in some parasites that are glowing yellow. What you want to do is kill one at a time, but in a certain place. I mean, you can kill them anywhere, but I like to bring them to where the quest location is. And we have to be pretty much around here to this door where the speed cola is. Try to kill the zombies around so they will not interact with you, but don't kill the parasites that have the yellow glow on them. What do you want to do? Kill one of them. You're gonna see your sword light up, and you go and melee this door right here. After you do that, you do the same thing with the last 3. By the way, if by any chance you kill this by mistake, you can progress the round, and once again 4 more of these like glowing parasites are gonna spawn in until you get this process done. After you kill the last one, go ahead and smack the door one more time, and what you want to do is pretty easy. Go ahead and interact with the door. It's gonna start like a knocking on the door process, and then you're gonna go in this hallway right here. You're gonna go at the end of the hallway and interact with this thing right here. It's gonna put a sword in, and you're gonna see some things flying out of it, like some symbols. Look at the bottom of this, and the symbol that it shows there, you have to shoot, and then it's gonna change symbol. You're gonna shoot the next symbol and repeat the process until it's pretty much done. Be careful, don't come in here with the GS45s in Kimbo, because if you shoot the walls with this, it's gonna pretty much crash your game. It happened to me a few times, but after that I figured out that yeah, you have to use a normal weapon. It's probably a bug in the game right now. After you shoot all 4 symbols, all you have to do is just pick up the sword, and then it's gonna kick you out, and you're pretty much done with this step as well. Next up, you want to go back to the night room, return the sword, and next up I want to do basically the stack sword. So get another stamp, get a sword, and all we have to do is find out 3 electrical rods that are gonna be very useful for this part right here. For the first one, you do want to have dead wire on your weapon, so go ahead and equip dead wire, and you go again where speed cola is, and you're gonna see this arrow right here, or this antenna that has something on top of it. And what you want to do is shoot the electrical box, and it's gonna throw us the lightning rod right there. Next up, we have to go literally next to Deadshot, and it's gonna be right here sitting every time it's in the same location, so don't worry about it. And for the last one, it's a bit trickier because you pretty much have to kill zombies. Some people say that you have to be in the downstairs part where the water is, but honestly, every time I found it was just like random, so you just have to kill zombies until you get the last rod. Alright, I just found the lightning rod once again. I just killed zombies around the map. It doesn't have to be in a specific location. Some people say that the armor zombies have a higher chance to drop that, but from my experience, it's pretty much the same. I got it just as many times from the normal zombies as from the armored zombies. Next up, you want to go towards elemental pop, so on the right side of the castle when you go out, and just out here there's like this urn or something, and you want to interact with it and put all the lightning rods in, and there's gonna be like a small storm happening, and you want to take out your sword and kill zombies with electricity, and every time your sword has like a lightning on it, you want to hit this. You have to do it 3 times. You can also try to run around until the lightning hits you, or you can just kill zombies until it pretty much charges up. That's gonna be the 3rd and final one. And lastly, you can put in the sword. After you do it 3 times, it's gonna change, and that's pretty much the lightning sword upgraded. Now, all we have to do is bring this back to the knights, because there's one more sword that we have to do. After you put it back, go ahead, grab another stamp from one of the zombies and pick up the last sword, which is a dark sword. And what we have to do is go back to the spawn. After you go back to the spawn location, all you want to do is go down here to where the bar is, just under it, and interact with this wall right here. And we're gonna put in the bones from the animal that we found, and then we're gonna interact again and put in the sword. After you do this, you can interact with it one more time, and we have to put in a code. This can be a bit tricky because there's something about some zodiac signs and stuff like that. And basically what I did when I was streaming this, I literally just like tried every combination possible until I was actually getting it. But there's actually some stuff online that you can do this. I'm gonna try to put on the screen right now some of the possibilities to have in your game. After you put in the code correctly, just hit C. It's gonna do this animation, and then there's gonna be like a hole in the ground appearing with like some dark matter, something dark ether. And out of the place we just put a sword in, there's gonna be some orbs coming out of it. What you want to do is direct these orbs, because they will try to attack you basically and do just a little bit of damage. Direct them towards the hole. You have to put in like 3 of these like purple balls into these holes on the ground, and you have to repeat this process a few times. After this is done correctly, there's gonna be like an orb coming out of it, and then you're gonna follow the orb to like 3 different locations and repeat the process, like put 3 of the orbs that are coming in into this hole on the ground. This step is a lot easier if you have like 1 zombie alive, or if you're playing in a squad, have someone actually train the zombie for you, so you can pretty much just sit and do this. Alright, so after this is done, the orb is gonna come out of the hole, and you're gonna follow it downstairs once again. And after that, you can just, after it goes in, you can just interact with this place, and then the sword is just gonna come out, and you can just pretty much pick it up. And now you have all 4 swords upgraded. This one is definitely one of the coolest one lookings. Alright, so after you do the last sword, the Raven sword, don't leave this location just yet, because there's something very important that you have to do here. If you look around the tables right here, there's going to be some vases with like some Roman numbers on them. All you want to do is like interact with them, and you would want to take pictures of this or write them down, the symbol and the number that they have. There's going to be like 6 of these in this like location, so you want to search for all of them. They're always going to be in the same location. The numbers are always going to be in the same location. It's just that the symbols are going to change up every game, and basically you want to remember these. After you remember all the locations, come back, put the Raven sword back in there, and all you want to do is go downstairs where the water area was, and right down here you're gonna need melee macchiato at this point, because you want to come to this wall right here. As you can see, it's a bit broken, and you want to melee it using melee macchiato, not the sword. And then you're gonna have this table with all these symbols that are gonna change up every few seconds. All you want to do is like put the symbols that you saw on these urns or in these vases in the order that you saw in there. So basically from 1 to 6. After you do that, things are gonna glow red, and then the wall next to it is gonna open, and it's gonna be a book. And here we're gonna insert the 4 pages that we picked up a bit earlier on. So just interact with it, and there you have, there's gonna be some glowing symbols on the book. Alright, now basically you have to take a screenshot of this, or just remember these symbols, because they correlate to the traps that are newly added to this map. The ones that are on the floor, the red ones. So basically we have to activate the traps that have the symbols from this book. Keep in mind that you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So top left, and then bottom left, and then top right, and then bottom right. So you have to activate those traps in that specific order. It's gonna be different every game, and you're gonna have to kill zombies in that. So you will want to do this step at the beginning of every round, or at the beginning of one round. And if you have enough zombies, you can pretty much do all of them in just one go. But first of all, try to find the locations, and then try to, you know, correlate wherever you want to start first. Alright, so in my game, the first one was like this big eyelashes on this eye right here. So I'm just gonna flip the round, I'm gonna wait for a lot of zombies, and then I'm gonna activate the trap. And you have to get like around 10 kills with this trap on in order to get it done. Alright, so when we have enough zombies around, we're just gonna activate the trap and then just kill zombies inside. And you know you're gonna do this right, because the trap is gonna deactivate a lot sooner than it was supposed to. And if you really want to see if you've done this right, you can go back to the book, and you have to look if the symbol it's grayed out, so it's not red anymore. And you want to repeat this process with each of the symbols from the book. So if we go back here, we can see that the first one is grayed out, so we have to move to the next one, which is like an eye in a circle. After we do that correctly, there's gonna be something appearing from the last trap, and that's gonna go back to this wall right here, just like that. And it's gonna show all 4 symbols for the wonder weapons. So basically what you want to do right now is go back to these symbols and see where the first one is. So for me it's stag, dragon, raven, and lion. And what you want to do is go to the chest locations of each element and pick up the sword. So for example, for us the first one is the stag, so we gotta get the lightning sword. And if we remember correctly, the lightning sword chest was exactly in the spawn. What you want to do is just melee it with it and then pick up the electric incantation that is gonna open. What you want to do after that is take those back to the knights. So after you get back in the room, as you guys can see, that incantation went into your tactical. So what do you want to do? It's go to the knight that had the lightning sword in the hand, and then just use your tactical and then inspect the weapon in front of the knight. If you did it correctly, basically the knight is going to salute you, just like that. And now we have to do this for every single wonder weapon in the game, but keep in mind you have to do it in the order that is shown on the wall right here. Next up for us is going to be the fire one. If we remember, the fire one was just outside the castle. We melee it, take the incantation, go back to the room, and repeat the process for pretty much all of the wonder weapons that are left. So what we're doing right there, it's press Q or whatever your tactical is, inspect the weapon. It's a pretty cool inspect on this one, not gonna lie. And then the knight is going to salute, and then we're gonna continue the process with the last 2. Raven for us was downstairs. By the way, these are always going to be in the same location as I said in the beginning, so don't worry about it because they're not going to change up. Once again, use the tactical, inspect the weapon, very cool looking sword, and then the knight should salute if you do it correctly, just like that. And then we have one more to do, and that is going to be the lion, and this one is like right next to us in the room. We take the incantation, melee, and inspect the weapon. There we go. He's gonna salute. And now, all of these are gonna light up and give us it's called a mystic orb. And now things are gonna get a bit interesting with this Easter egg because it's gonna be a bit tougher than usual. We pick up the orb, make sure you have some decoys, make sure you have some all your plates and everything, because things are gonna get a bit interesting. First thing, what we have to do is literally go above the knights. So just go up the stairs and come here. There's like this thing in the wall where you can place the mystic orb. After you place it in, you have to interact with it to start the elemental change. And there's gonna be like these green orbs, which you pretty much have to go through or stand in them for like half a second, and then you're gonna see some souls going into the mystic orb, just like that. And you have to do this enough until this process is done. Be careful, there's gonna be tons and tons of zombies on this one, so that's why I said get prepared, because it's not an easy step whatsoever. After you do it correctly, there's gonna be like a red kind of wave coming out of it, and then you can pretty much go and collect your orb. And we have to do this 3 more times in 3 different locations. Next up, we're gonna pick up the Raven Sword. Don't forget to pick up your orb, and we're gonna go in the pool area downstairs. And down here, right next to where the chest was, there's another place where we can put the Mystic Orb. Again, start the Elemental Trial, and basically things are gonna be a bit different now. We have to kill zombies using the element. Again, tons of zombies are gonna spawn in. You want to charge up the sword until it like glows purple, or there's another trick that you can do. You can pretty much pick up the power-ups, the dark incantations, and use them. You kill the zombies, and the souls are gonna go into the soul box. And there we go, it's almost done. Repeat the process until everything is completed. You can also use the alternate fire mode, like the special ability of the wonder weapon. When it's charged up completely, the power-up is recharged once more. We use that as well. And there we go. the trial is complete. We can pick up the orb and move on to the next step. Now you want to pick up the fire sword. We pick up the fire sword, we take the orb, and then we come right here next to the ammo crate at the entrance, place the mystic orb, and then start the elemental. Once again, we have to do the same thing, charge up this this melee weapon until it's like fiery, so everything that we kill is gonna turn into the souls, or use the ultimate ability, or as I did earlier, take the incantation and just do that. And all the kills that you're gonna get with the incantations are gonna go in there. This is pretty much the easiest one to do. Like, I always use the incantations. There's like plenty of them on the map. Look at that. It's already done. That is absolutely fantastic. And now we have one more step to do. Pick up the orb and then go get the lightning sword. And for the lightning sword, all you have to do is come back to spawn right next to the chest. There's going to be this place where we can put the mystic orb. We put the mystic orb and then we start the trial. Once again, you're going to have the electric incantation specific to the electric right here. Gather up a bunch of zombies and pretty much just go to town on them with the electric one. There we go. The sword is like all charged up now. We wait for a few more zombies to gather up together, and we just do this. Use the ultimate ability, kill as many zombies as we can, and there we go. That is the soul box complete. Let's try not to die because there's like tons of zombies. That's why I said be prepared for this step, because this can be a pretty tough one. We go back and pick up the orb. This is the final orb that we have to get. Now it's gonna be a perfect time for you to like kill all the zombies and have only one zombie left, so you can pretty much know your next move. After everything is done and you only have a few zombies left or one left, you come back to the wall that showed us the 4 orders. You interact with the wall, you place the mystic orb, and then there's gonna be like a secret door opening right here. After the door opens, we go inside and we activate the ancient guardian key. There's gonna be the owl. You can wait for the dialogue or you can just pick up the key. And we are pretty much ready for the boss fight. Now, before we go to the boss fight, I will highly advise you pack a bunch of your weapon to the max, upgrade it to legendary, grab some decoys, grab some monkeys, some Casimir, all that kind of stuff, pack a punch 3 and everything, because this boss fight is pretty tanky and you want to have as much firepower as possible. Alright guys, so whenever you're ready for the boss fight, you come back to the spawn, come here to the giant right here and place the guardian key. So now that you made it to the boss fight, keep in mind that this has 3 phases. All of the phases are pretty much the same when it comes to attacks, damage and stuff like that. It's just that the arena is going to get a lot smaller because the lava is going to come in. Basically what you want to do is start breaking the armor. Before you break the armor, you're going to do very little damage, but using explosive weapons like the GS-45s or the rocket launchers or even the ray gun can be very good at breaking that armor a bit faster. After you break the armors on the necks, shoulders, knees, maybe even the chest or in the back, you can pretty much start doing a bit more damage as they are like critical spots. Keep in mind that this boss is very bullet spongy, so it does require you to shoot quite a bit, especially if you have like normal weapons. It can be done, of course, very easy. You just have to roam around the arena a lot, use the power-ups, use the sigils from the chest so you can kill zombies and heal yourself and take them out even faster, because there's gonna be a lot of zombies. There's gonna be amalgams coming in later to fight. There's gonna be like the new enemy types, but basically just gotta keep moving. By the way, when it jumps in the air and does like some slam attacks, there's gonna be like a mark on the floor to know where the attack is gonna be, so you can pretty much move out of the way. Like stamina up and PhD are really good for this kind of fight because you can like slide away very fast and survive these attacks. But basically between the phases there's gonna be like a lot of zombies spawning in. You just have to survive the zombies and pretty much he's gonna come back. As I said, the arena is gonna get a bit smaller, so you gotta do damage, more damage and more damage and more damage. Just keep shooting until you take him out, and just keep on the move. Try not to stay in the same location. By the way, keep in mind that the lava does a lot of damage, so definitely be careful to that. Mutant Injection is pretty okay, does quite a bit of damage, nothing too crazy, but you know, it's worth having because you can like survive without getting hit, and you can survive the zombies as well. If you're playing with a teammate, again, things are gonna get even easier. Idolize is gonna be pretty good because you're gonna survive the zombies as they will not attack you, but pretty much every phase is gonna be kind of the same. In the second one, it's gonna start throwing some like fireballs that will do quite a bit of damage, so definitely stay out of that. But basically all you have to do is just dodge the attacks and keep shooting and keep shooting. He's like a bullet sponge. It's a pretty cool boss fight. It's a pretty tough one, not very easy, because by the time you get to the boss fight, it's gonna be a pretty high round, but definitely worth it. At the end, all you have to do is like pick up the artifact, you finish the Easter egg, you watch the cutscene, and yeah, you gotta go again to master it even better. But it's a pretty darn cool boss fight. The map is fantastic. But anyways, let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think about this Easter egg, and what do you think about the new map? And yeah, smash the like button, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.